This world has been connected. And now darkness within darkness awaits you.
In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came.
My name is Ansem. I reach for the darkness. One who knows nothing can understand.
Good tidings, everybody, and welcome to the Ansem Report podcast live! This is episode number 212 of the longest-running Kingdom Hearts podcast in the universe.
Award-winning, by the way.
MDA award-winning. Thank you, Jason. My name is Mike, and with me, as always, is my beautiful baby brother, Jason.
Hello.
Hello. Jason.
Dude, I wanted to say this last time, dude, but like it's been so long since hearing the intro. Like I literally got goosebumps hearing it.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, holy shit. Like even like just straight away from the beginning where there's like, you know, Fabio's just like noodling behind. Like it's like he's just making love to that shit, dude.
Wait.
And then we're like thinking like, yo, this shit is ours.
Yeah.
Like, this is ours. This isn't just like somebody else's shit. This is ours.
Can we hear the beginning again?
Yes.
This world has been connected.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, dude. That shit. Ooh.
Get that shit in my veins immediately. Can you scroll down the thing again?
Yeah, sorry.
You guys were so awesome. You're like bugging my chat. Like it's not fucking updating properly.
Mike, you're the one that plays it. You don't have to ask. Can we listen to it one more time?
We ride at dawn. Dude, that shit was killing me, Jim. Hold. Nobody's holding.
Connected.
Fuck it, we go.
Yeah, great job on the emotes, everybody. We're again.
I haven't showered since last episode.
That's true. We're in the middle of our subathon, and well, I don't know, same bit as last time. This is episode 212, and this episode, you know, we owed you guys a live episode, and that was the last one we did. And then we reached a goal that was like, hey, we could do another episode right now if you want. And
I'm a little stinky.
I don't know if you guys remember, but the last episode, I said, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about. You guys remember that?
I still don't know.
Now we're another episode in, and I still don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about. But we're
so nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
It's another
baby.
episode, baby. This is what we do.
Since episode 1 to episode 212, it's been the same of the longest running Kingdom Hearts podcast.
We don't fucking know.
You know how
we're just here.
We're here. We're
on
here.
This rock that's orbiting a giant ball of gas that is just plummeting through endless nothing.
Jason's really trying to buy time here. What we're gonna do, we haven't done a question of the week.
You could say it's
in a while, right? And I said instead of, I wanted to take the idea of the question of the week and kind of flip it on its head.
Oh my god!
Kind of put a new spin on it. Put a little, I don't know what this was. I don't know.
You did something.
Yeah, just crack it. It's a coconut that I cracked open.
Oh my god!
Get that milk out of there.
Oh,
out of the question.
He's milking the coconut.
And we got to listen to a little music to do that.
Oh yeah.
It's probably really extremely loud.
Put that straight in my veins.
We're gonna turn it. We're gonna milk this coconut dry. So what we did instead of just like, hey guys, answer this question, we decided let's do an AMA. Ask me. I'm sorry, it's an AUA. Ask us anything. Okay. First question, Jason, is from Egg of Dogma, French Canadian, and he asks, how to draw?
How to draw? Well, it depends on what draw you're talking about. Are you talking about like draw as in like drawing, or are you talking about draw as in like draw when you're in like a fucking you're in a duel, right? Or if you're in a duel and you're fucking drawing a card. What kind of draw are you talking about? Because otherwise, I have a different 5-minute answers to each one.
He says FF8.
FF8.
I actually don't know how to draw. I've tried to learn how to draw. I drew a lot when I was a kid, and my mom would always be like, "Oh, your comics are really good, Mike," but they were dog shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My mom has terrible fucking taste. They were fucking dog shit. Okay. So if you ever learn how to draw, Egg, let me know, my dude. I'd love to learn someday. I think that's a sufficient answer for Egg's stupid question. Up next, Sean_AFK with an even dumber question.
Thank you, Panda.
Would you guys ever consider doing a Kingdom Hearts podcast? This is
the
crazy.
second one I've done today.
This is crazy coming from Sean.
This is the second one I've done today.
I'm not going to put Sean on blast.
We could absolutely torch him.
We could absolutely torch him. I'm not going to put him on blast.
It's in our own best interest to torch him right now. To buy time.
But
and yet we still aren't.
I'm not going to kill a man live on my podcast, okay? I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to, no matter how much he deserves it, I'm not going to do it.
Smartest Sean question. Real. Demix Bieber Cinema. That's a goated pull, Jim. Goated reference.
Up next, we have Crazy Comics, who asks, how's life?
Life be lifing, bruh. It be lifing.
Yeah.
It be lifing, bruh.
Life's been busy. Life's been hard at points.
Yes.
No one ever says life is soft. You notice that?
Life is so soft.
They always go, life is hard. They'll never go, life is soft.
It's so soft recently.
Yeah, my life's been so soft.
I guess that just means it's always hard.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been good. But busy, you know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a vague question.
It was kind of like I was in a very, very busy time and then needed to like hibernate. And then now we're doing this. And then I'm going to need to hibernate again.
Right. Hibernation station.
But then I'll awake on January 1st. Ready. Because it'll be my year.
Yeah, it'll be. This is gonna be my year, 2025. I can feel it.
It's
Kingdom
my
Hearts
year.
4.
And then at 11 a.m. on January 1st, it's over, bruh.
Yeah, it's so Jover.
2026 gotta be my year, guys.
So Jover. We'll try again next year. Carrick, hope you're doing well. Crazy Comics. Jip asks, what is one character you want left alone in the future of the series and one you want explored more?
Ooh, okay. I like this question. This is a banger.
Yeah, you start then.
It's a banger. Who do I want to just never be used again in the series? Jiminy Cricket is the easy answer, but I'll give a better answer as well. I gotta say, I'm not overly enthused at what the prospects are for Naminé, right? I like Naminé, but I just don't really know what they could do with her that isn't just well, here's Naminé's part where she gets 2 cutscenes, you know, where just kind of feels weird. So I'd just rather just not, probably. If I had to choose someone, you know.
What about?
And then who I want to see explored more. I want more of the BBS trio.
Okay.
But if I had to narrow it down more, I really like Terra.
Okay.
I want more Terra.
Terra.
I just think he's dope, and he has a lot of potential. We got a lot of Aqua, Mommy,
Yeah.
and that was banging.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense because Terra like had to be saved, right? And
Right.
now we're gonna have time, hopefully, to.
Yeah, I think he deserves the Terra sweep. Needs to go hard.
Or he's just a guy, says Terra. Earlier, Mark, when we were streaming in the kitchen, Mark asked what she thought of Terra because they have the same name, and she goes, "He's just a guy."
He's just a guy. Depending on who you ask, he's just a guy.
My answer.
He has dope ass pants. I don't give a fuck.
This probably won't come as a surprise to anybody. I couldn't give two shits about anybody that's come from Union Cross or Dark Road. I just really couldn't care. And I hope that Nomura feels the same way. I know he doesn't, especially Union Cross, but just could not give a shit.
Yeah, that's kind of W.
You know, I just couldn't care.
Like Brain was kind of the only interesting one to me, but then I didn't really like how his shit ended, to be honest.
I guess Scold, they've created a good enough mystery. You know what? Scold, the exception is Scold. I want to know more about Scold because I want to know what they're finally going to get around to with this, you know, Axel, Syax, Scold situation. If that's who that is, right? Theoretically, people think she's the, like, girl that they missed out on, right?
Right.
So that I would like to know, but everybody else, I couldn't give a shit.
You know, that's a good point Angel brings up, where Angel said Terra is the male equivalent of "I'm just a girl" meme. People should stop getting on Terra's ass for not knowing that the villains were evil because he's simply just a guy, which is like actually kind of true, right? Like when Sora meets like somebody like Hades or whatever, Sora just be immediately judging his ass, you know? He's just like cooking people frame one, whereas like Terra, who supposedly has like this massive darkness in his heart, is just like, yeah, this person, like, of course they're gonna have everybody's best interest in mind, like everybody should, right? Like to the point where he gets duped by them.
Right. No, I agree.
He's purer than anybody, bruh.
I agree. Thank you, Jip. Great question. Moving on to Stinky Panda. And Stinky Panda says, I'm going to suggest looking at the secret Ansem report questions for Jay that I don't think he got around to. So, Jay, I said, hey, I think Jason recorded this.
Yeah.
Is that still you still have that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay is going to send that to me. The reason it didn't get edited is because that's when my computer died.
Yeah.
And I did. I said scold, Jip, please. It will be edited and it will be put up. Jason's only episode of the Secret Ansem report. So it will that will happen. So those questions will be answered by Jason from like 6 months ago.
Yes.
SPCat says, what are your thoughts on buffalo chicken fries? French fries, sometimes crinkly, with generous fry seasoning, crispy chicken tenders tossed in very good buffalo sauce, chopped and put on top of the fries, then covered in Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, crumbles, a drizzle of ranch, and some green onions. This is my favorite food. I'm curious.
That sounds bussin' as fuck, dude. I had something very similar for the first time earlier this month. There's a place called Wing Snob. It's like a local place here, and it's so fucking good. It just hella seasoned fries. Like the one I had was like this like garlic chicken one. Oh my god, bruh. Like, you get the... Like, basically, they, like, chop up some chicken tenders on fries that are, like, hella seasoned with some fucking salt. Like, my mouth is watering right now. It's so good.
So, I will say it sounds pretty good. I am not a buffalo chicken sauce guy.
I'd even eat it with buffalo, and I'm not a huge buffalo sauce guy.
I would rather have some barbecue or some honey mustard or...
It's kind of like eating poutine, but, like, not as, like, wet, if that makes sense.
I'm not like a spicy
It's not as, like,
food
drowned
guy,
in it.
But that's not the problem with buffalo sauce. The problem with buffalo sauce is it's just kind of like sour to me, and I just don't think it's as good as that. Tara gets mad at me all the time because I never want buffalo. I just don't like buffalo. But I think everything else you described there, Eric. I just called you Eric live on the podcast. That's crazy. Everything else you described there sounds delicious. Nominate His Mom says best extremely minor Cage character only shows up in half scenes, as in only shows up in half scenes. My answer is Pence.
That is a really goated answer.
I love Pence. I think Pence is the best. I want to get to sleuthin'.
Like an original Cage character?
I don't think it has to be. Just a minor character. Extremely minor. Oh, they meant 1 or 2 scenes, not half scenes. You're right, Jim. My apologies.
I didn't know what half
So
scenes
Pence is
meant.
Pence is more than extremely minor. Oh my god.
What is happening to the PC? Extremely minor. I'm gonna say Travis.
Yeah,
From
Travis is good.
Travistown.
Travis is good.
I always pog when I see Travis.
I like the mommy in Traverstown.
Oh yeah, she's not even in a cutscene, is she?
Right. No.
Maybe she's like in the background when Sora gets there, and he's like, "What is going on?"
We
Like
are
when he
under a
wakes up.
cyber attack right now. Great question. Pokemon Trainer J asks, we know that Aqua is mommy.
True.
Who is the Kingdom Hearts daddy? Ansem.
Yeah.
Ansem or Zenmus. Right?
Yeah, like what flavor? What flavor of daddy? I feel like if we get like a costume change, which I feel like we definitely should, out of the BBS trio, people might be saying Tara's daddy.
Okay.
You know?
Tara could be daddy.
Like, cause he's kind of jacked.
King Triton's a good daddy. That's a
Oh,
good point,
true.
That's a good point, Egg. Triton is a daddy.
Also, like 8 foot tall Leon
Leon, a bit of a daddy.
from Kingdom Hearts 3 version.
Sayax.
Oh, true.
Sayax is a bit of a daddy.
Yeah, he has daddy aura in his outfit swap at the end.
Panda
That's a
says
good poll.
legally the answer is Yen Sid Smilers.
I knew someone was gonna say Yen Sid, bro. I don't know how I knew somebody was gonna say Yen
Daddy
Sid.
Yen Sid. Nathan asks, if you had to have another co-host of the ARP, who would you choose and why would it be me?
I mean, if it had to not be Nathan, though, like it just had to not be.
Okay, the way I see this question too
Hypothetically.
is like another co-host would be someone added to me.
A
and you.
third, yeah.
Or would it be I had to replace you?
If you had to replace me.
I think we answer both.
Okay. If we had to add a third, I feel like Water would be a really good addition.
Yep. I agree with Water.
He's a lore fiend.
And we just get along with Water.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think what is important in podcasts that a lot, because there's so many podcasts, but like a lot of them miss this balance, is you need people who are okay with being quiet for a while.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case. And I definitely think Water is the type of guy where, you know, having listened to his podcasts, like, he doesn't need to say something to keep the conversation going. or like when somebody's talking, he doesn't need to talk over them or that kind of thing. And when you have 3, like that matters even more.
Yeah.
The being able to, that I want to talk more about that thing, but I'm gonna let them finish, and maybe the other person has to say something. But I'm like, if you're good at like circling back to that thing, that's a really good skill.
Okay, what if you had to replace me?
I'm gonna make it as inconvenient as possible for you and say Damo, because I would just want you to suffer.
No,
you
you're
had to replace
replacing me.
Oh, I thought if I was getting
replacing me.
replaced.
No, you're replacing me.
This is unrealistic, though. If anyone's getting replaced, it's me.
No, but you're replacing me. And then I will say what I'd do if I was replacing you.
No, there's a logic fail here.
Yeah, what if I died? Thank you, Sean's. Let's talk about that some more.
If Mike died.
If I died and on my deathbed I said, Jason, you have to continue the podcast.
Oh, boy.
Find a co-host.
Oh, boy.
This is the one thing I want.
Oh, God.
Jip's saying if Mike's going to replace the podcast ends, LOL. But it's my deathbed. It's my dying wish.
And I have to add somebody.
Yeah, it can't just be you.
Ah, shit.
Egg, if I fell through a manhole, it'd be more like a Ninja Turtle than a Bugs Bunny. And I'd go, turn out the lights.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Mike's favorite keykeeper, Sir Skyward Son.
What?
Yeah, I just think that's what Mike would want.
Yeah, no, I'd haunt you. If I had to add another person to us, I think water was a really good answer.
The real answer to my addition is I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
That's not true.
I would just have to. I can't replace Mike. He's irreplaceable.
That's not true.
No, that's 100% true. He's irreplaceable.
That's not true.
I would just do it myself.
If I had to add a third person, I think I would add Tyler. But hear me out. He
doesn't like Kingdom Hearts.
Right, no. But he's not there to talk about Kingdom Hearts or really talk a bunch. He's there to be like on like a shock jock radio show.
Okay.
Like the producer, right?
Yeah.
And it's like he's like hitting the soundboard. We're like, hey, producer Tyler, what do you think of that? Hey, producer Tyler, you have to go out in the street and harass people about Kingdom Hearts, right? That's what I think we would do. I think we'd add Tyler.
He's just there to gaslight one of us every once in a while.
Right. Hey, Tyler, can you fact check that? And then he gives us the wrong fact. Yeah, he's the guy laughing in the background. Yeah, and then there was that time Jason was on the podcast and he fell for someone's name being Hugh Janus. Remember when you did that?
I did do that.
Unrelated to the Tyler thing, but remember when you did that?
I did do that.
That was great.
Tyler, pull that clip up.
Tyler on the field. If this podcast would not be the same if you were not in it. But for the sake of the exercise.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Sean just because I already do podcasts with him and we do podcasts with him.
Right. That makes sense.
You know. Although, like, regular Pat would be a bigger, like, boost for the podcast. So I might explore that. Which Sean, I can't tell you. Next question is from Artziki. Sean _ APK, like Kyrie bro said earlier. Artziki asks, when is Jay's gym stream?
Okay, so the thing that sucks about that is that the Wi-Fi at my gym that I go to is like kind of dog shit tier. And it makes sense. Like based on the number of people there, it like very heavily changes how good it is. And like even I tried just literally being in like a Discord call, and that was like okay, but like literally streaming myself, it would just be such terrible quality, and I think the only way we could maybe do it is if like Mike was sitting here during it, and then we like streamed it there. But the thing is, like, there's just so much that is like fucked up about it, where the Wi-Fi is bad, so we would have to do like a Discord call version, and then in doing the Discord call version, we would also need to wait until later when pretty much nobody is there, which means the live stream would end up being at a time where most people can't even fucking watch. And then also, like, we would have to like wait around to do it as well, because like obviously I would be doing it with Carson, and then it doesn't matter who would be doing it with me, but like it's only staffed until 8 o'clock, and you can only get a person who's not a member in before 8 o'clock. And so then we'd have to like wait for like at least 3 hours. Like there's just like so much. So what I was thinking is like if I can find a gym where it's not crazy busy but also has good internet, like it's just like such a weird like combo to be able to do. So this is a bit of a spoiler, but I have been recording shit at the gym, and I will have gym content for you guys soon. TM, a la kind of a little bit like what Carson's been doing, but also like gym content where it's not even necessarily in the gym, if that makes sense. Like just like fitness content in general. That's just like stuff that I think could help people that like I didn't know, and it might be helpful for you guys to know. There's like a lot of homies that have been doing gym arcs and stuff and asking questions, and so it's just something I want to make for you guys.
Love it. Love it.
Jim Kona.
Pokemon Trainer J asks, Nomura gives you free reign to write an ending to Kingdom Hearts, but allows you to use Sora, Kairi, Riku, and Yozora. One's a bit of a thinker.
I feel like the only way, like, do I have to use Yozora?
Yes.
I have to use him?
Well, no. Well, here's what I'm thinking. It ends with them on the beat on
the tree.
Island, on the tree, right?
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking too.
Yozora's just standing there too.
Yeah.
He's like, man, remember when we went off on this adventure? And Yozora's like, yeah.
It's there. It shows the 3, and then it's like, man, remember? And then it pans out where he's there, and he's the one who says, yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I remember. Well, because we're gonna find out that Yozora is a stand-in for the player.
He's a negative version of
He's
Sora.
us. Yozora is us. He's a stand-in for the player, so that's why he was there at the beginning. Lee, LOL, asks,
it's a Superman video. I was in the back.
Do you think
Lose Yourself video? I was in the back.
Do you think KH4 will be worth the wait for a lot of people, or is it going to be KH3 again, where it's super divided? Let me tell you how this is going to go, Alex. People are going to be divided on KH4, despite the fact that it is a very competent, good game. And then suddenly, all these people who were very negative on KH3 are gonna go, I wish they would have done this and this like they did in KH3.
Yep.
KH3 was a good game. Because it's the same shit that happened.
It's a cycle.
With BBS and with DDD and with... suddenly everybody comes out, KH1 is good. Or KH2 is good. So that's exactly what's gonna happen. I think KH4 is going to be, at worst, a competent game. I hope it's better than that. And I do think KH3 is better than that, for the record. But that is what's going to happen, is the people are suddenly going to turn on KH4 immediately and start to have rose-colored glasses on for how they felt about KH3. And me and Jason are going to be sitting here and go, where the fuck were you motherfuckers
Yeah.
when this shit came out?
Right.
And a follow-up question, what's your dream video game? It can be something new, a sequel, a remake, etc.
Sorry, say the question again?
So, yeah, I know. Carson said I actually loved recorded in chat.
Yeah, it stun locked me.
Yeah. Also, what's your dream video game? It can be something new, a sequel, a remake, etc.
My favorite video game?
No, your dream video game.
Oh, my dream
Something
video
that doesn't exist.
My dream video game. Probably like a really good Kingdom Hearts MMO.
Oh, yeah, that'd be tight.
That'd be fucking sick. Like the hub world is like Game Central Station or some shit, you know?
That'd be tight. Mine is probably a sequel to Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. A good one.
Mine's either that or
still
like
turn-based.
or like a really good Dynasty Warriors Empires.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. V asks, why is Naminé so cool? Or why is Naminé is cool? Is the question.
Why is Naminé is cool?
I like her sandals.
I like that she doesn't like over apologize.
Yeah,
She's just like, this is just the fact, Roxas.
That's true. It's true. I like her drawings.
Yeah.
Her drawings.
Her sandals.
Yeah. I like her voice.
They do a good job of like having her like express emotion and
Yeah.
stuff too. Like she seems like a very like sad but like understanding, but like she doesn't like let it like consume her, right? Like a strong sad type kind of, you know?
I like that she eats Sora's memory with a spoon.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Brittany Snow, who was the original voice of Naminé. Pokemon Trainer J says, related to Alex's question, do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 is the next game we will get after Missing Link in the series?
Yeah.
I think so too. I don't think there's going to be another.
There's no way it's like a spin-off.
Yeah. I agree.
At this point, like if there was like maybe like a 0.2 type of thing, I could like maybe see it because it's been so fucking long of development. But like at the same time, like what would they attach that to? I don't really know, because the reason they dropped it was with like the 2.8 stuff, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. Nathan also asked, would you ever consider doing a sports podcast? No. I think that's the kind of thing you have to be so up on, and it'd be so time consuming that even though I like sports, I like football, I like basketball, I like wrestling, it's not something that I would have time to do.
I'd be more likely to do like a esports podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I really like League of Legends esports.
Esports are real sports. So probably not in the cards. Ardziki says, what 2 worlds would you love to see in Kingdom Hearts that are not Disney? And maybe little tease of how it would play out or what the story could be. I mean, what's not Disney these days?
True. I mean, like some of the like easy answers to me would be like, oh, okay, like he goes to like a FF10 world and he's on Besaid Island, and like it's like very reminiscent of Destiny Island and stuff like that. That's like an easier answer for me.
I would like Sora to go to an Austin Powers world. And he has to have Austin fight off fembots. And Goldmember.
Yeah.
And Dr. Evil.
Okay.
and they both have a very long scene. Like Sora, the way Sora gets there is he's also cryogenically frozen.
Okay.
And they both get unthawed at the same time, and then there's a long scene of them pissing
They
together,
both piss.
and it takes way too long.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's I don't have another world. That's my only answer. Gummy penis pump. Yeah.
Wild as fuck.
Sora's like, man, who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Otherwise, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's just
That's
a layup
much
to
better
me.
answer than mine.
How to Train Your Dragon. I fucking love that movie. I actually unironically want to watch, like, I never have seen any of the sequels.
Oh yeah,
And I want to watch them. I just always forget. Like, it's just something that I easily do not think of until it's like I'm about to go to sleep or like I'm in the shower. But then the second I leave, does anyone else have it where like you're in the shower and like, you know, you're like lathering up your fucking hair or some shit and you're like, you have the best fucking ideas of all fucking time. And then the second you leave the shower, you step out of the shower, you get hit with the fucking Men in Black thing, and like you just fucking completely forget about everything you were thinking about.
Yeah. For sure, I have that all the time. But
Yeah.
now you remembered it.
How to Train Your Dragon would be fucking so cool. Like, and I don't want it to be where like, oh, Sora's a dragon. Fuck that. Fuck that. Just, I want him to ride a fucking dragon.
Sorry, I was just thinking about in Austin Powers when Minnie B's behind the curtain. And, or no, that's not when they talk about Minnie B's penis. And it's the baby's arm holding an apple. And then Sora has
baby's arm holding an apple.
yeah, it's Goofy and Donald talking about Minnie B's penis. Anyway,
Gosh.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, if you got tired, you could just prop yourself up with it.
It's no way. Anyway, Stinky Panda asks, do you have any books you recommend? Any genre, any type?
Ooh. As far as like fiction,
Any genre, any type.
I mean, like the Lord of the Rings are based as fuck, but if you don't want to read something as like mentally taxing, it's kind of like like baby's first fantasy book kind of, but I still really like it. It's the Inheritance series. It's like the dragon books, like Aragon is the first one. I really like that one. It's a very nostalgic, but it also ends like really well too. There's like the series itself is probably like 3,000 pages or something over all the books. You're thinking of Aragorn with an A at the beginning.
I don't read a ton, if I'm being completely honest with you. But whenever I'm asked this question, I always say the Amory Wars, which is the comic books that the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria writes. That the music is about those stories, and I think they're really cool and fun and gross and yeah. So that's what I will say.
As far as nonfiction, I really liked David Goggins' book called Can't Hurt Me. That's a really good book about like self-improvement and just like dealing with your shit.
Orpheus Joshua asks, fuck, marry, kill, Horace Horsecollar, William Turner, and Dr. Finkelstein.
Who's Dr. Finkelstein?
The fucking guy that itches his brain in Halloween Town.
Oh my god! Okay.
I'm gonna say I will...
What the fuck is that?
I'll fuck Horace, marry Will, and kill Dr. Finkelstein.
I'm also killing Dr. Finkelstein. Fuck that guy. I'll fuck William Turner,
Oh, you're gonna marry Horace.
and I'm gonna marry Horace. I feel like he would just kind of take care of me, you know?
That's true. That's true.
He really take care of
I
me.
know. That's a good play. I just want a little bit of passion in my marriage, so I'm gonna marry Will. Bootstrap Bill's son.
Yeah, but he's gonna only be able to talk to you every 2. Maybe that's the move. He can only come ashore once every 10 years or whatever.
Oh, it's my one day. I gotta go see the old ball and chain. You know?
Yeah.
Frank asks, other than Cage 4, what other game releases, announced or imaginary, would force you and Jay to live stream it ASAP? I think there's
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that's one. I think there's one answer that we definitely grant is Final Fantasy X-3.
Yes.
I think we would
immediately
stream that for
drop everything.
For me personally, it would be that Chrono sequel that I mentioned. That's imaginary.
Yeah.
I'd want to stream that right away, even if it was without Jay. A Donkey Kong game.
Like a good Donkey Kong game.
Donkey Kong game.
Oh yeah, God of War 3.
Yep.
That's another really goated answer.
Another good one.
If they brought back the Arkhamverse and did another Arkham game.
Yep. Even though no one would be there to watch it.
I would still stream it.
We'd stream it.
Even though everyone claims they were there.
Yeah. No one would be there to watch us play it. I don't know if Dynasty Wars is definitely a play day one, but I don't know if that's a stream play day one.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and it depends, like, is it Dynasty Warriors just regular, or is it Empires, you know? Like, I'm not really interested in, like, the just regular Dynasty Warriors, because, like, I already fucking know the story.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Jip asks, who do you guys normally play in Mario Kart / Party? I'm a Donkey Kong guy through and through. Donkey Kong's there, I'm picking him.
I really like to play as either Baby Peach or Koopa. Koopa Troopa.
The Koopa Troopa, hell yeah. I do, okay, I did just remember, I often in Mario Kart mess around with Dry Bones a little bit.
Yeah, Dry Bones is a good one. Yeah.
And then in Mario Party, they've recently been putting like Monty Mole in there. And I fuck with Monty Mole too.
Monty Mole is really good. I like the Goomba.
Yeah, the Goomba's good too, honestly.
Goomba!
When they add like the little baddies in Mario Party, I want to play as them.
Yeah.
Unless it's King Boo, because fuck King Boo.
I don't remember who I would play when we would play like Mario Party 3 or whatever it was. Who would I always play?
I don't know.
I remember you would always play DK.
I mean, did you play like...
I think I played Yoshi. I think I was a Yoshi guy. Way back in the day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yoshi?
Haven't played it yet, Kyrish Bro. Haven't played the new one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was a Yoshi guy.
Perk asks, everyone feels like if they just had that one thing, examples, bigger house, better job, etc., they would be satisfied with their life. What is that thing for you? What goalpost are you trying to get to?
Money.
You know,
if I, like, everyone says if you had more money, your problems wouldn't be solved. Yes, they fucking would.
I would just have different problems.
My problems would be completely solved if I just had more money. Because then it's like the difference between a problem and like a challenge is different.
Yeah.
Right? Like my car being broken down is just a fucking problem.
Right.
Like I just got unlucky. Nice.
Yeah. Money's a good answer. I would say, while I agree with money, if we're looking at this from like a satisfaction level, like money would still lead to this. But if I could just like, if we could just make this content full time,
yeah,
like that, even if we were like scraping by doing it, I think I'd be a lot happier. But it would take a lot to get to that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the other thing that's like sucks about it too is like, obviously, like you guys take so much time out of your entire week to hang out with us the entire time, right? So that's another like part of that would be hard.
Right. Stinky Panda asks, when is the community podcast where you have the entire SpikeGhetti community on the pod? That kind of happened once, where Jay and I couldn't do a pod, and that was a big deal that we weren't doing a pod on a weekly basis, and they members of the community made their own version of the podcast, and it was really cool and awesome.
Yeah. It was very touching.
As far as like me just like opening up the Discord and hitting record, that's probably never gonna happen. That sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah, it was the Modcast. That's right. It was mods specifically. That's probably never gonna happen. That sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, I think I'll leave it.
You could only ever have like one person. Like if we like dragged people into like a room or whatever, like a voice chat one at a time, like that'd be the only plausible way. But I don't know what that type of episode would look like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Bamboo says, are there any fictional characters, case related or otherwise, that strike a chord with you in some way? Like, not just relating to character, but really feeling them and their development. Ooh. Yeah, I know, Panda.
To me, the best answer is Riku. Like, you can like see his like frustration and then his like resolve, and he's a lot more logical than a lot of the other characters to me. Like he's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
And so you get to cut through a lot of the like, I don't understand kind of thing, right? He really only has the like I don't understand arc in like Chain of Memories, but that one's also like understandable because like it's a fucking weird ass place, right? Also, yeah, like he's just always alone and like just trying his absolute best on his own. Like just his sheer like willpower basically just gets him through everything. And so, yeah, he's just a W character.
I don't have anybody from a Kingdom Hearts perspective, I don't think. And I'm trying to like, there are definitely characters I related a lot to when I was younger, and now I don't so much. In like video games.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts or just video games in general. I'll relate to characters in like a strange way where I'm like, man, all Donkey Kong wants is just to eat fucking bananas and be left alone. And I'm like, fuck, that sounds like the life, right?
What the fuck?
I just want to eat bananas and be left alone.
No way, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll think about characters like that, but I'm not like...
I would say like Kratos, God of War.
Yeah.
Like that game almost made me cry. Very well done. Very satisfying character arc in those two games.
TK is relatable, you guys. I don't know why I'm getting shit for this. He's so relatable. Leave the fucking guy alone, let him use bananas. He just wants to hang out with his boy Diddy, you know what I mean? Like, wait, hold up, pause.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
You want to say about Diddy? No Diddy.
I don't know why I'm getting hated on for this.
Banana.
I'm having trouble like pulling anything more meaningful from this question right now. I know that there are characters I've related to on
when I played Final Fantasy Tactics A2 on the DS, and it's basically an isekai, but then he goes back to the normal world at the end, and it's very, very fucking sad. Even though it's like very like pixel art, but you like have been with those characters for like 100 hours plus, you know, because it's a JRPG. And no, we're cooking right now, Jib. Are you saying we're not cooking right now?
Man,
but
Jib's saying we're not cooking.
That one was a very like emotional game, even though it's kind of a silly game, you know?
Yeah. MJ Skyboy asks, who would win in a tag team fight between Geppetto and Pinocchio versus Cogsworth and Lumiere? There's a little bit of insider knowledge to Geppetto's benefit of being a clockmaker and knowing what makes Cogsworth tick.
Oh,
Lumiere has an advantage against Pinocchio.
He's wood and
as he
fire.
has fire on his side and the boy's made of wood,
fuck.
which is Pinocchio's one big weakness aside from the invention of the polygraph. Okay, here's what I'll say. I think
He just starts lying like crazy and then like whipping his head around.
it's like a good there's a good analysis here, but I think the teamwork of Cogsworth and Lumiere puts them over the top.
I thought you were gonna say the opposite.
No, because Pinocchio's always running away from Geppetto. He's always lying to him. He's never doing what Geppetto asks. Where Cogsworth and Lumiere, we've seen them team up, dude. We've seen them team up for the good of the Beast and Belle, right? And I just don't think we've seen that out of Geppetto and Pinocchio. You know, even when they were in the whale, it was kind of like there was some coldness between them, you know?
I feel like all Geppetto has to do is just pick Pinocchio up and then like just like ask him about when he was like jerking off, right? And like he's just gonna keep lying, right? No, I wasn't. There was a virus on the computer and I got scared, so I got up and my pants fell down. And like because he keeps lying, his nose keeps growing, right? And then now he just has a huge fucking 20-foot pole of a nose that he can then like. He just outranges them and just beats the fuck out of them from range, you know?
Yeah, but then Lumiere just sets the nose on fire.
Yeah, but like, it's like from 20 feet away, so like he can't.
He gets the tip. But
but he burns the tip of his nose, and then they lose the whole fight.
It goes down his nose like a fucking.
They just judo chop the like end of it.
I'm just saying it gets to his face and burns him, okay? That's all.
He just keeps lying, and it keeps growing and giving more fuel.
I think it's inconclusive.
And honestly, once that bitch is on fire, like 10 feet of that shit's on fire, like Cogsworth is done for.
Okay, here's what really determines it. Here's what really determines it. Who gets bitches? And it ain't Pinocchio and Geppetto. Okay? It ain't Pinocchio and Geppetto. 0 bitches. Geppetto had to fucking create a puppet boy because he can't get laid. Like, ain't no way, bro.
That's true.
0 bitches.
Elriz.
Elriz, 0 bitches. Fucking Lumiere has that fucking fan-made lady. Come on. What are we talking about here? Emmy Luna says, thoughts on Luigi?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you mean Mario's brother?
Mario's brother, yeah. Everyone's been talking about that mini game where you have to find Luigi, and I just don't understand why.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Where it has all the faces moving around, like there's Mario, Wario, Waluigi, and then you have to find Luigi. I don't really understand why people are talking about that so much.
Yeah, I'm not sure why people are talking about Luigi
so
much.
I like Luigi.
Remember the year Luigi?
Luigi, like I like the meme where it's like average Mario game. And then it's just, you know, walking on sunshine and stuff, eating food. And then average Luigi game. And then it's just like Resident Evil clips. It's fucking terrifying.
It's a setup, no shot. That's him. All right, Egg. Easy. Mark Creation Studios asks, who's the most underrated and overrated member of each trio? Throw it down on Goofy.
Oh boy.
I'll take this one, you take the next one.
Okay.
Donald's underrated because people are always like, he doesn't heal nobody, and then Sora's overrated.
Damn.
Goofy's properly rated. Sora, Riku, Kairi, you take this one.
Sora, Riku, Kairi. Riku is underrated. Because he's just that good. And then Sora is overrated.
Roxas, Axel, Shion. Who? I'll say that.
Got him.
Axel's overrated and Shion's underrated.
See, I can't like say that Kairi is underrated though, because like she hasn't done anything, so therefore I think she's properly rated. Like if she had more screen time, then I would say she's underrated.
Yeah. I'm saying Axel's overrated.
She's underutilized, but not underrated.
There you go. All right, you have Terra Ventus Aqua.
Terra Ventus Aqua. Ventus, even though I don't really feel like he gets rated a lot, he's still overrated. I hate Ventus. And then underrated is Terra. He gets too much fucking hate, dude. He's a good boy.
Yes. I have Hayner, Pence, Olette. Obviously, Olette's overrated and Pence is underrated.
Yeah, based.
You have Young Xehanort, Xemnas, and Ansem, Secret of Darkness.
This one's hard. Young Xehanort, overrated. Why the fuck does he have his own mobile game? And then underrated is actually going to be Xemnas, because everybody knows Ansem's him.
Yeah, true.
So people like forget about Xemnas a bit.
True.
He gets underrated a little.
All right. Korn asks, what do you think makes Kingdom Hearts resonate so deeply with its audience despite its abstract / surreal narrative?
Yeah, exactly, Jip. Not cinema.
I would say that I think everybody can relate, at least if we're talking like Kingdom Hearts 1 originally, which I think a lot of people, that's where they first started the series. A lot of people can relate to wanting to escape where they are.
Yeah.
You know, and we always joke about like, man, they're on this like beautiful island, why do they want to leave, right? But like, I think a lot of us can look at our lives when we were younger especially and go, man, we had it pretty good, but we want to just get the fuck out of there, right? So to me, that's what I think of when I think of relatability with the series. And then you know, there's a ton of it. There's, you know, seeing a friend make what you think are poor choices but being powerless to do anything about it. There's you know, Roxas in general, a lot of what he has is very relatable. So it's there, even if, you know, we're not, you know, wielding keyblades and fighting Heartless, right? There's definitely some relatability there, in the story, because the story is about real feelings. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the dressing of it is. That's what I would say. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
I mean, JRPGs are just really fucking good. And then when you combine it with things that you already know as far as Disney properties, and then have a like self-insert character of Sora interacting with them, and then also you have this very, especially like I was playing it as a kid, so all these other like very serious emotions felt like very like adult type of character, or like adult themes, basically, like serious themes. And so you get that good mix of it's like a lot of the like good like drama shows and stuff where you have the like funny hijinks is happening all the time, and then because of the funny hijinks that happen, the really serious parts hit really well as well. I think a good example of that is like BoJack, you know?
Yeah.
Check out What Is This? A crossover episode.
Thank you.
Mike and Sean's BoJack podcast, otherwise known as BoJack in it. But
True. You do call it that a lot.
Yeah, I think that combo of it, and then obviously the gameplay just being really good, like easily accessible, but also like having some good depth to it, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can just go through it on like standard or beginner and like pretty much just mash your X and heal through it, and it still is fun and satisfying even in just that, right? And then yeah, obviously having that gateway drug of Disney I think also really helps it.
Yeah. Artiki asks, would Mike betray Sean in the Squid Game? You know, speaking of podcasts,
Absolutely.
Squid Pro Quo, the Squid Boys being Sean, I have said multiple times that if I was in this situation, I would absolutely betray Sean immediately. So, there we go there. Iron Aggro asks, when exactly does Kingdom Hearts 4 come out? Jason, you have the inside track.
We'll find out tomorrow at the Game Awards that it's coming out at the end of 2025.
Love it. Cheery asks, who is Lingering Will and why can he wield the Keyblade?
Classic. Hey, I mean, that take is either going to immediately be disproven tomorrow and everyone will immediately forget it, or I'm Nostradamus, you know?
Right.
Like...
Right, exactly. Folsey asks, what is the best restaurant to go to in your guys' opinion? Depends on what you want.
Wherever we go during Reconnect 2.
Hell yeah.
Any restaurant we're at during Reconnect 2.
Great answer.
One that preferably has alcohol. And like some nice music, you know? Maybe it's a little loud, but not too loud where you can't hear, you know?
Yeah. No, I'll echo Jason's sentiment on that one.
J. Stradamus.
And also Olive Garden, because when you're there with your family. Captain Bacon asks, why is Recoded the best Kingdom Hearts game?
Also, anywhere you can get unlimited breadsticks is just immediately a banger, right?
It's true. Why is Recoded the best Kingdom Hearts game, Jay?
Recoded is the best Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh no, Whale and Olive Garden.
Yeah, you already know.
I forgot.
You already know why we said Olive Garden, Whale. Smiling imp emoji. I mean, Recoded, you know, it's got the cool level up system, you know?
Wow, you're really going to argue for Recoded being the best Kingdom Hearts game?
It's got no more bugs.
That's true.
That's a banger. That's all I got.
All right. It's not the best Kingdom Hearts game. That's what I'll say. Zombie Man says, who's your favorite Organization 13 member out of everyone, including the KH3 organization?
This one has like changed a lot over the years. So I remember as a kid really liking Zaldin because his fight is so hard and the fucking spears are dope as fuck. And he just genuinely seems evil. He doesn't like pussyfoot around, you know? Like he just
right, he's just a jackass.
He's just evil, bruh. But obviously he was nerfed. Obviously I really like Zigbar, even pre-Luju reveal. Always thought he was a good, well-written character, well-acted character. And I think if I was looking at like the stock market of organization characters, and I was like projecting, like this is my projections for who you should invest into for the organization, Sayax is looking like he's on the up and up.
Okay.
You know,
some stock in
like
Sayax.
put some money down on Sayax coin, and you'll reap the rewards.
Are you not taking into account Luke Sword coin?
No, fuck
Wow.
Luke Sword coin.
Okay.
That shit is gonna. That's like Hawk Tuah coin.
Oh no, not Hog Duo coin. I think my favorite is Roxas.
Yeah, that's an easy answer.
Bonus question: who in the community could dress up as the Grinch and pull it off the best?
Me.
I think it's me or you, honestly.
Yeah.
We both have the stomach that comes out in this right way.
The distended stomach.
Frank is a good candidate too, because he's got a lot to gain
That's true.
from dressing up.
He would have a lot to gain from being good at that impression.
Yeah, he would. Question from Angel: what lyrics, songs, albums are you currently holding space for? Would love some recommendations for the new year. Coheed and Cambria is on the list. Smilers. Right now I've really been into Pierce the Veil, which is a very strange
Yes.
arc for me. Because they used to be a band that I kind of looked at and was like,
cringe.
Like, these are fucking, like, this is like trailer park emo. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like something I just never had gotten into them, and now
Even though we like Sleeping with Sirens because they're from Michigan.
Right, but I always kind of
music.
like Sleeping with Sirens, like, ironically. Where I was like, these guys suck, but I like it. Where Pierce the Veil, they don't actually suck either. They're good.
Yeah.
But I just never got into it.
I do it every night.
And now I'm like really into them right now. Obviously, Sleep Token was a big thing for me this year. I listened to 15,000 minutes of Sleep Token, which is insane. But I need them to come out with new music soon if that's going to continue, I think. And Coheed has a new album coming out this year, to mention Coheed, and the first 2 songs they've released are really good really good. So I think it's going to be a big Coheed year for me too.
Huge.
15, not 50, not 50, 15. Kyrie's Bro, King for a Day is a good song, not their best song. Listen to Caraphernalia, listen to Disasterology.
Yep.
Listen to Bulls in the Bronx, The Balcony Scene. Shit, what's the name of that other one I like? The Divine Zero is a good one. I mean, I have a playlist that I just love, and I can share it with people if they want. But if you like that kind of music, Pierce the Veil is as good as it gets, in my opinion. And I wouldn't have told you that 6 months ago.
It's funny, I haven't even watched this anime, but I've been listening to the Violet Evergarden soundtrack as like studying music. It's really good, so if you're ever doing any studying, that one's really good. There's one song specifically that I really like that kind of has a funny story. So, you know, I really like the Call of Duty Zombies lore. There's like tons and tons of the Zombies lore, right? And I was watching this like 7-hour long video, and he would play like parts of audio clips and stuff, but while he's like explaining something that is just in like written form, and like kind of like setting the scene, he has a couple of different songs that like play, but one he uses a lot is this song that's from Violet Evergarden. But I thought it was like a zombies, like maybe it was in like a trailer or something, because there was a bunch of zombies trailers and like cutscenes and stuff. And so I thought he had just pulled it from that. I thought it was from Call of Duty. And then I would listen to other anime music, like piano music and stuff, as good studying music. And it like just automatically played this song, and I was like, what the fuck? This is the Call of Duty Zombies song, bro. What the fuck? So then I went on this whole arc of like listening to all of the Violet Evergarden music, basically, having never seen it, but I really like the music for it.
Nice. Angel, were you looking for specifically Coheed recommendations too? Because if you are, and it's like the emo stuff you're into, you just need to listen to Good Apollo Volume 1, or Good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4, Volume 1, From Fear Through the Eyes of Madness. Just listen to that album.
Yeah.
And that album is just an incredibly... he wrote it about his current wife, who at the time was his girlfriend, who had broken up with him, and it's just this like revenge album about her, and now they're married, and it's got to be so fucking awkward because like he says some shit in there that's like crazy, but it's so good. It's such a good album. It's my favorite album by them. If you haven't listened to it, you should go check it out. SPCat says biggest gaming achievement.
I'm pretty proud of all of our Kingdom Hearts plats.
Yep.
Those I like. Having done the level 1 runs is fun.
Yes, Egg.
Abe L Gamer,
Yeah.
Skyrim plat, but like also because it raised so much money for charity.
Yeah.
Little Abe L Gamer.
Yep. Abel Gamer. I was gonna say Abel Gamer actually. Just the amount of money we've raised for Abel Gamers. That's like a given. That's like the easy answer to this.
Yeah.
If we're talking about specifically like, oh, you got a trophy. I'm pretty proud of how quickly I got the Hades trophy because I always saw that trophy as like CBT grinding, and
Right.
I did, but it was like a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
FF10's a big deal
Yeah.
that we finally got F10 after all this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Anytime you get a plat, it just feels good.
Yeah.
Especially
Abel
those
Gamer's
like
probably
big
the answer to
JRPGs.
Right. Kyrie's bro asks, Mike J, the year is almost over. What's your biggest win and loss of the year? Also cock size.
Okay. My biggest win. Made a lot of gains in the gym and health wise and stuff this year.
Oh yeah.
And like learned a lot from that. And my biggest L is my cock size. So kind of two birds, one stone there. But
Wait, did it shrink in the year? What?
yeah.
It just became an L this year.
It was a gym incident.
Oh no.
You see what happens is when your thighs get bigger, it makes your dick look smaller, you know? Like my legs are just getting so big. Just by comparison.
Thank you for explaining. My biggest W of the year is probably in the company I work for, I won General Manager of the Year and Park of the Year, which was really cool. My loss of the year was that job is taking so much more of my time than I've wanted to, and 6.5. Egg of Dog 7 says
Millimeters.
Yeah, centimeters. Who is the worst Final Fantasy character?
Kate shit.
I was waiting for Carson to say AO.
Hate shit. Final answer.
Yeah, he's pretty bad, isn't he?
It's like I'm like thinking like, okay, like main characters from like 8, right? They're all pretty fine,
Right.
unoffensive.
Searching my mind palace.
Yeah. I don't know much about the characters in 9.
I mean,
10, they're all W's.
Amaranth and 9's pretty like just a non-character. They add him to the party, and it's like he's just nothing.
I feel like that's like pretty like unoffensive. Whereas like to me, I actively dislike things that Kate Sith
Yeah,
does.
it just pisses me off though because people just suck off 9 so much. Like it's like this perfect thing, and they have a character like that's just dog shit. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, 10, they're all goated.
10's pretty good.
For some reason, I don't really like lightning, even though I don't know much about lightning. I just have this weird, like, I don't know. I need to play. I want to play through that.
Yeah, they need to release 13 in some way so we can play it.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, 12. 12's kind of bad because it's just everybody's so unlikable. But that's the point, kind of.
Yeah, McQueen. 15, the boys are goated. 14, none of the like main party members are really offensive.
Characters in 16 are good. That's not the problem with that game.
Except Papa Limo. Fuck Papa Limo.
Fuck Papa Limo.
He got what he fucking deserved.
Yeah, Kate Sith's probably the answer, honestly. I tried to find another one. Amaranth's close. How many straws does a hole have? Asked Chip.
How many straws does a hole have?
That's what it said.
However many you want.
There you go.
Like there's that one game where you put the marbles on top and then you have the straws that like are holding all the marbles and you pull the straws out.
Yeah,
that's got a lot of straws.
Egg wants to know if you can teach him how to read.
No.
We can just move on from that one. Dangus says, will you have my babies? I already had them, but I don't want them anymore.
Oh, will I have them?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, bro.
I'm good.
I got you.
Egg asks, what was the first podcast ever? I don't know. I couldn't possibly know that. Carson says, TFT double upstream with Mike or J, non-negotiable devil imp emoji or smiley imp emoji.
It's not a question.
No.
This is a question. This is an AMA. It's not a TMA. It's not tell me anything. It's not a DMA. It's not demand me anything.
He says non-negotiable. Can we also teach Egg how to Google? I've been trying, Angel, to teach Egg how to Google. Oh my God,
please, somebody.
I've been trying to teach Egg how to Google. Boomer says, will you buy me a drink now that I've cemented my legacy?
I'll buy you a drink, Boomer.
I probably won't. And then finally, Kyrie's bro asks, if you had to create a cryptocurrency for the podcast, what would it be called? We already have Cretan chips, which I think is pretty good. But SpikeGhetti coin has a nice ring to it, too. What a...
Pence points.
Pence points. Pence points. And Egg is trying to ask him another question, and he just put, which food? ? Lasagna, Egg. That's the answer. All right, everybody. This went way longer than I thought it was going to, but thank you so much for listening to this special episode of the Ansem Report podcast, where we answered your questions. I'm not sure when episode 213 will come in, but it will at some point. Thank you guys for being patient with us. We're trying to do more and more podcasting and more stuff as we can. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out for the subathon. Yeah, thank you to everybody who asked questions. We appreciate it. You guys sometimes are our content, and we appreciate it tremendously. Jason, you have anything else to add? Nah. All right.
I got nothing.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the longest running Kingdom Hearts podcast, episode number 212. We will see you next time. Jason, hit him with it.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Thank you.
Now fuck off.